Louisiana Football Magazine is sponsored by Southern Bell Catering. Visit us today for all of your full-service catering needs. Southern Bell Catering.
Welcome back to Louisiana Football TV Magazine. Support Southern Bell Sandwiches. They're supporting the high schools. They're one of the reasons we're on tonight. I mean, they provide food every week, and also they have catering for Thanksgiving. Be sure to check out Southern Bell. They will cater anything for the holidays and do a great job. We're going to go back to the phone line before we go back to Coach Aguiat and Semino. Line one, we have Corey. Corey, do you have a question for Coach or Coach Semino, Coach Aguiat? Corey, you still there? Lost him. Go ahead and go back, Coach Semino, the pit that was put in.
Sand pit.
Sand pit.
My junior year was the football season of 2000, and Coach Aguiat and Coach Mai is our strength conditioning coordinator, also our defensive coordinator. He really does a great job of getting our kids ready physically to play football. We also feel like our mentality is made in the weight room and in the off season, and so we pride ourselves on trying to work harder than everybody that we play against. And the sand pit was definitely something that I think changed the mentality around there. You go from running on regular grass out on the field, and we strap up in the harnesses and do anything from wrestling to tug of war to cone drills, all kind of agility work and speed work in there, plyometrics, whatever it may be. But
how long is a session in the pit usually with Coach?
Usually in the pit, anywhere from as short as 10 minutes maybe to finish up a workout, or starting up a workout around 45 minutes.
Tired.
So it can be pretty intense. Definitely can be intense.
Coach, the pit, I mean, that changed a lot of stuff. I mean, it was one of the first pits in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Coach May came to me, and we got some dads out there, and we built it and put the sand in it, and we've been going at it ever since. And it builds stamina, but also what it does is competition. Fierce competition between guys, and offense versus defense, lineman versus lineman.
We'll talk about some of those strong guys. We got a caller, Michael. Michael, do you have a question for Coach Semino or Coach Aguiat?
Young stars in the Parkview team whose names we may hear later on.
Repeat that again. We had a hard time hearing you. Speak up a little bit.
What Parkview players will we be hearing later on in their career?
Okay.
Some names.
Coach, we've got two of your recruits, Cornell Ainsworth is coming on later, and Brant Lejeune is going to come on later, running back.
You wanted to know about him?
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to talk about what you think. Well, I think he was just asking who was coming on.
Oh, okay.
But Michael, do you have any more questions? Okay, we must have lost Michael. But going back to the strong guys, I mean, you've got Cornell Ainsworth, who's 290, 6'5". You've had Max Holmes, went to LSU. Tanner Jenkins went to Arkansas State. Jordan Free at SMU from last year. And I want to ask you about Jordan Free. You put in a wrinkle last year that was really great for Louisiana, and I thought it was wonderful. Jordan was an offensive lineman. You had him as an H-back, fullback, / blocking like a lineman.
Well,
and that was a great.
Can't take credit for that. Coach Dietrich came in one morning and said, "What do y'all think about this?" And usually when one of these guys comes up with an idea, David or Coach Dietrich or Coach May, and I should call him Coach Semino, but I said, it's pretty intriguing. And Jordan was such a good athlete.
And take it, audience, Jordan's 260, 265.
Yeah, and he's about 6'2.5". We had a kid named Eric Gavin who had not played football since the 4th grade, but very, very physical, very hard-nosed mentality. And we looked at 2 or 3 guys back there and settled in on those two. And I think it really made a difference in our whole year. With the way we finished up, when we get in that mode, our kids really get psyched and get physical. It's a mindset with those guys, and when we're in that set, we're usually doing pretty good.
Well, I remember coaching in the 80s, and William Refrigerator Perry was the one that scored in the Super Bowl, and they made commercials off. He was 380, 6'2", and he played fullback a little bit. And NFL, you see it a lot. College, you're seeing it more.
Yeah. Well, you're getting better athletes all the way down from pros on down. Your lineman like Cornell's a good athlete, great golfer, and sure he could be great at anything he wanted to be.
I think they're copying now, Coach. I know you. I mean, it was on your staff. This idea came up, but I saw on film 30 high schools this year, a lot of them 5A, taking their star D tackle, putting him at fullback on the 5-yard line or inside the 20s.
Well, you got to be careful because they got to understand, you know, body lean. They got to understand where they fit
Right.
into the line.
Not just blocking straight ahead.
That's what I never liked about it before, because we did that in the 70s at Terre Haute one time, and we had two big old tackles, and they just ran up into people.
Coach, we got another call. Lawrence, do you have a question for Coach Guillot or Coach Semino? Lawrence, do you have a question?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you have a question for Coach?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question.
Go ahead. What's your question?
Yes, I want to ask him, do you think Parkview going to ever get the status of Evangel Christian?
Well, I think
Angela who?
he said about the status Evangel Christian. I
You
don't know
know,
what.
when we got to Parkview,
Yeah.
our goal was not to become a football factory.
Spread
You know,
offense type
You know,
thing.
we want to
and all
be
that.
what we are. We're a good,
Yeah.
hard-nosed, hard-working, blue-collar football program, and that's the way we like it.
Very
And,
successful one, Coach.
Well, we've been successful doing it our way, and we're not going to change that. While I'm there, we're not.
And the thing about Evangel, they throw the ball 55 times a game, and they in that 10-yard shotgun. But in a championship game, they don't have the dominant running backs, and they're going to play Curtis, and Curtis is going to stack the line with 9 guys that know where to go, and they're going to control the clock. You know that, Coach.
yeah.
They run a similar offense that
Exactly.
you're running, and they're going to keep the clock.
That's exactly right.
So everybody says Evangel's got 14 guys that run 4.340s. Well, it's going to be hard to score when you get the
Clinton
ball
gave
4
all they
times.
had
Yeah,
won it last week.
kept the ball from him. Kept the ball from him. Coach Semino, what do you see with the team this year going in the Redemptor's game? Talk about the Redemptor's game this week.
You know, the Redemptor's rivalry to me is just, you know, one of the greatest things. You know, I think everybody in Baton Rouge enjoys that. You know, they got a great team this year. Redemptor's play hard, tough and physical. You know, so we're really looking forward to it. You know, our guys are working hard. You know, after getting beaten the first game, I feel like our guys really have taken a humble approach and just have gone back to work. And you know, our status is hungry and humble.
Coach, real quickly, what about Redemptor's from Stretta? I mean, it's a war every
I
time you
think
play.
Guy's a great guy. I love Guy Mastretta. And I tell you what, those 2 games last year were just awesome. And I'm glad we came out on top. And we have a lot of respect for them. They have a lot of respect for us. And I think that's what makes the rivalry so good.
Well, Coach, we could talk about that game for hours, but let's just let the game play out.
Yeah, I agree with
Winner,
that.
we're not picking a winner. I mean, it's going to be a great game. I know 2 communities of sold-out tickets. I'm sure it'll be standing room only, and it'll be a 60-minute fight. And, Coach, but I got some gifts for you tonight. Bourbon Street Restaurant right close to your school on Coursey, Coach Semino.
Thank you.
And some hats. Who wants the gold? Who wants the purple? Go ahead.
We split them up
Purple,
in the truck.
gold. And I got some shirts. And call me if they're not the size, because I kept
Okay.
the big ones for later. So
There you go.
Well, I've got
So
some
for the
granddaughters in from North Carolina. Maybe one of them will want this one.
Coach,
And she can
keep doing a great job.
Thank you.
Coach
Appreciate
Semino,
it.
Thanks for having us.
congratulations. And look, great game this week, Redemptor's Parkview. But we've got some players coming up from Catholic High that you want to see. Marcus Thomas, Kramer Sherman, a center guard and a running back //. And we'll have them on. And later we've got Cornell Ainsworth and Brant Lejeune, a running back that you don't want to get in his way and tackle him. He's a tough kid. We'll talk about that later in the show with more Louisiana Football TV Magazine.